Welcome to Jacuzzi time with Mikey Jacuzzi. I think I finally made it to the top of Storm King Mountain. I found a pin in the rock, a U.S. Coast Guard pin. I'm not sure what that's for, but this might be the top. It might not be. Hell, I can't tell because there's so much fog around, as you can see. This has got to be one of the most eerie hikes I've ever been on, though. That's for sure. It made me think about a time I was a land agent flagging pipeline routes down in Wetzel County, West Virginia, and me and my buddy that I was working with, him and I were walking this through the woods, putting flags on trees to map our pipeline route, and we're walking down through this valley, and he was probably 30 or 40 yards ahead of me, and I took a step, and next thing I know, I hear this freaking loud ass growling sound, and I just kind of froze in my tracks. I think all I had on me at the time was a machete. And I remember him looking back, and I was just froze right there because I was scared to death to move because I didn't know what was growling at me and couldn't see anything. I'm looking around and I have no idea what it was, even to this day. But he ends up walking back to me, and I told him, and we kind of stayed pretty close together after that because down there are mountain lions and stuff. I know somebody bagged like a 6-foot mountain lion a while back, like when we were working, because they told us to be careful of things like that. But I don't know, this hike here is pretty eerie because you can't see more than 50 feet in front of you. You go around the bend, you go around the turn, and you never know what might be laying around. Big ass black bear or something. But I guess that's why I do this kind of stuff. It gets my adrenaline going, and plus I get a lot of exercise. Climbing up the mountain was probably the smartest thing that I could have done today, because it's pretty wet, and going down, with it being this wet, who knows, I could slip and fall or whatnot. But anyway, I'm probably only 45 minutes into this hike, so I've got a good hour and 45 minutes left to go. But I'm standing on top of this rock. As long as I don't fall, I'll be all right. But I mean, you can't see anything. So I'm definitely going to do this hike again one day this week when it's sunny, so I can get some good pictures of the Hudson River. Because all the photos that I saw online were pretty awesome. I'll post these ones, but can't really see much. I did lay down on the side of a rock with a pretty steep drop and took a picture. I'll post that on Facebook later. Feels good when you get to the top of something, Just feel like you're on top of the world, even though you can't see the world around you. Oh man, at least it stopped raining. There was a pretty good downpour for a minute, a couple minutes it lasted, and then it stopped, so that was good. I didn't want to be soaking wet coming off this mountain. But yeah, it's eerie. It is very eerie up here today. I probably should have turned around as soon as I smelt that odor. They say you always smell a bear before you'll see it. I didn't see it. I mean, it might not even have been one, but they're all around these mountains. You know, most people will tell you never hike alone and stuff, but you know, I can be a loner sometimes. I don't mind. I don't mind being alone. It gives me a lot of time to think and pray and try to figure out where I'm going next. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. But every day this week I'm gonna hike one of these mountains. I should have saved this one for another day, but I wanted to get some exercise in. So yeah, it's Tuesday, April 26th. I'm on the top of Storm King Mountain. At least I believe it's the top. Because looking around, I can't see anything. But I definitely will do this climb again because the views that I saw of the river and looking around was magnificent. I want to see it live, take some pictures and share it with everybody. So for now you get fog. Well, I'm going to sign off here now, and the next cool spot I see, I'll take a break and come back on and make another post. You know, my heart, it's still pumping pretty good, but I have faith. I have faith that I'm going to be fine. It's kind of terrifying at times. You know, when I got to that first ridge and I smelt that odor, it was like, what the hell? What am I getting myself into hiking alone on these mountains? Sometimes I think maybe I'm destined to be alone for the rest of my life. And that would suck. But at least I can do what I want when I want and not have to answer to anybody. Although I'd like to find somebody that, you know, wanted to share in these journeys with me. One of these days I will. I started, with all this hiking and stuff, I'm going to join a bunch of clubs and maybe come across somebody that interests me and would like to do some of the things that I like to do. I really wish I would have brought Prince up here with me though, because I would definitely stay a couple more weeks, I think. Well, actually until at least Thursday, because I have a doctor appointment Thursday that I've got to get to. So I'll definitely be home by next Thursday. Well, probably Wednesday, because my appointment's at 8:30 in the morning and I'm not going to drive 6.5 hours to get to it. It's probably about 5 hours and 45 minutes from here. I love this so much. You can see the fog just blowing by. It's cool. And I mean, you can't see more than probably 30 feet right now. But I don't smell any odors, so I don't think there's any bear around. So I'll continue the journey and I'll catch you on the flip side.